Hello. Welcome to VOD of Consciousness with Sientir. I'm Sientir, and may I remind you to visit patreon.com/Sientir to be able to financially support me. Plugging out of the way. Ooh, this guy's got cool glowy hands. Gladiator armor with glowing rock hands. That's neither here nor there. Here is, in fact, the illustrious Great Northern Wall. And I'm going to launch into this mission in a moment. Now, before I do, I just wanted to say some words of, yes, I've been failing hard at this mission. I have, between episodes, heavily tweaked my party. You can see we need to run down that causeway over to there. So what I've done is I've basically kept Master of Whispers kind of the same as Healing Minion Master. Then I've put on somebody who's an actual Spirits guy. And then I have Talcora just doing the same sort of thing she's doing before. How well this will work, I don't know. But the other thing that I've done is I've switched over to Sword to be kind of melee. I do have Spear Swipe still on my bar, so I can swap to my Spear to smash some dudes in the face. I don't know how the energy is on this bar. It might be too intense. Hopefully not. But I have Find Their Weakness for some additional damage. But I need this for the Eulidites. And then I brought in Incoming, is going to give me slightly less than half the time a 33% speed boost. Here's the thing. Enemies in hard mode, I might as well get into it. Enemies in hard mode have an innate speed boost to them. So I don't know if this is going to work. I'm planning on flagging my heroes, so that way they will stand around and fight and hopefully delay the enemies. Hopefully they'll be tanky enough. Since I have this, I might as well use it to help speed up our movement. I will want to move away from Spear. And the other thing that you'll notice is that I will have an issue where I don't have a way of dealing with stances anymore. So I don't know if that will become a problem or not. But just so people are aware that that is something that will come up as a potential annoyance. So we'll see if this works. I just need to get to the end of the mission. I do not need to do the stuff with Kiln Tristaby again. That's done. It's been completed, and you don't need to worry about it. Now is this all allies within earshot? So this will speed up our minions. This will heal our minions as we run. But I'm hoping Incoming is sufficient. If it isn't, I'm going to have to kind of come up with some sort of alternative strategy. And I'm not entirely sure what that will be. It's possible I'll need to jump to... Oh yeah, this guy's going to be annoying to try to get through. It's possible I might need to switch to like Secondary Ranger or something. We'll see. I don't have any preconceived notions. I do have Weapon of Warding on for some additional defense. That was a nice meaty hit with all of the plus damage I was getting off of it. I did think about using Awe, but I don't have a reliable way of knocking people down. This character does not have any skill in using a hammer. So that's a bit of a concern, I guess you could say. Now this is the part where I come over here and I daze him. So that worked effectively. So that's good. Now, like I said, Incoming is a speed up. But yeah, so I don't have hammer. For the potential effective knockdowns. I do want to try to keep a little bit of an eye, because I have Never Surrender for some health regen. Hopefully that will help. Okay, cool. Got that guy down. He actually dropped his hammer, which is interesting. There, and now Master of Whispers has some additional health regen and stuff. So we should be a bit tankier Um, and let's hope. No, he's got healing hands. And the daze is worn off at this point, but. It's a little awkward because weapon swapping is certainly not instant, but as you can see, the daze is super, super useful for taking those guys out. So, okay. Looks like we're getting through here okay. This was the part where I kind of was getting blocked the first time, so... And I've got a lot of defensive capability, that's for sure. Part of the reason why I wanted Sword, by the way, is it's just a reliable frontline weapon with some area of effect capabilities. And it doesn't really need an elite skill to function either. So somebody needs to be kind of frontline to some extent, I figured. I don't know. Okay, so there's no Euladites here, so I'm not too worried. It's mostly Euladites that are the problem. Because they heal, obviously. And that guy's just completely ignored us and just run off on his own. I don't worry too much. I think this guy might... No, he's... okay. Yeah, those guys aren't too big of a deal, actually. It would be nice if the game natively just told you, like, little markers for different health bar locations. We're gonna have to worry about some of the guys later on. The biggest thing that I'm concerned about is making sure that we can survive the. I love these old blasted out areas. I survive the. And I'm not gonna worry about collecting anything from the wreckage either. The chase at the end. That's definitely what the real worry is. Quick shot is not great. It's actually probably would be okay on a warrior because it would get armor penetration then, but then you're trying to use a bow on a warrior with no energy management, and that just sounds like a recipe for non-functioning disaster. Warriors do not have very good energy. They have adrenaline instead. And they don't have any inbuilt energy management stuff, so you'd have to bring energy management skills, and warriors don't have a ton of those. Bunch devours, just a bunch of devours. That probably only affects the first enemy I hit. That's okay. There's just a lot of devours here. Hopefully they're not getting too many bad skull cracks off on folks. That would not be good. Okay, we've got some serious pressure going on over here. Let's try to get some of that off, shall we? Part of the problem is we've got a bunch of these whiptails that are doing ranged damage. So that's really being able to be effective here. Did that affect her? Yeah, it did. Good. Wasn't sure. Wanted it to. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot more to say about this particular mission. It's been kind of hot here. It doesn't look like the microphone is picking up my air conditioner. I don't know if it's showing up in the background when I speak, but hopefully not. Okay, energy levels at least are doing okay. So that's good. I'm not sure actually how much I'm getting out of whirlwind attack in retrospect. I potentially could have gone for more of a scythe build. I don't know. I definitely don't feel like I'm a major source of damage per se. Certainly not in relation to the spirits, that's for sure. Spirits tend to be armor ignoring DPS and they're very effective. And then we've got this big old fight up here between the gargoyles and the whatever. I'm going to try to keep our guys back here a little bit because I want to be careful to not aggro any of this mess. I want to let the fight between the Grawl and the gargoyles kind of play out without my interference. Thank you very much. Yeah. We're definitely more geared for survivability than DPS. Okay, so it looks like the gargoyles have pretty much ended those guys. So hopefully that guy can come around. I don't want to run down there. I mean, I'm not running anywhere right now, let's be honest. But how did that go? Oh, some of our jagged minions got up there. Excuse me. Yeah. Excuse me. I should probably lean away from the microphone when I'm doing that, shouldn't I? I've had a cold. It's on the downswing for sure at this point, but it nonetheless is still affecting my throat. I'm glad energy hasn't been too bad with this build, actually. Okay, so we need to go over kind of this way. Let's go along here. Wait for the... Oh, goodness. This is all the hexes. Wow. I'm just standing here because I have empathy on me, and taking 64 damage and dealing basically 0 is just not a good use of my resources. For my party. Okay, and my entire team has decided it would rather be dead for whatever reason. I don't know exactly what happened there. Let's do this. And I forgot that that was the skill that I had on. I need to tell them to stop attacking because I think they're attacking themselves to death. Okay, I'm gonna just run out of there and hope that I can survive and they'll disperse. My energy will restore so I can res them. I turn all of them to avoid combat because I want them to not be attacking into the enemies. I'd like to regen up to 30 energy if I can. This is not going very well at the moment. By the way, I picked up a broken flute, for anyone who cares. I switched over to my spear, by the way, because my sword is zealous, which gives me less energy regeneration, which is generally you want your energy regeneration. So I'm going to pull back and let my team sort of regenerate our energy. And maybe we can pull dudes a little bit more logically. But I want to take a moment to let these energy pools restore. Because otherwise we're kind of going in there with half ammo, as it were. Take a moment to drink some water. Not sure where Baz Mind Render is going. I kind of want to go around the side here. This would actually be a good moment to tell him to get these up ahead of time. I'm not going in there because I don't want to accidentally aggro things. Actually, I guess I can spear from a distance. Get back up. The health degeneration is really, really bad for my party survivability. I'm going to actually go ahead and stick him over onto this, I think. It's probably okay. Get him regenerating. Yeah, that's why I put the spirits up, because I wanted them to be able to be effective. So this is not great for my later plans. This is an absolutely ludicrous resurrection skill, because it's an AoE resurrect, and it goes off instantly. It is super strong, but it costs 25 energy. So if I get too much death penalty, I will literally not be able to use it. Actually, I might be able to if I swap to... Do I have the... Yeah, this spear has +5 energy on it, so that might enable me to do it if my energy gets too low, but... Okay, so I'm going to collect this gold. Get the spirits up. Here, not this scythe. Sword. Okay. We don't need to go that direction. We just need to come up this way. Up. And this is the part where it's like, it's not worth it for me to attack. It is probably worth it for me to do that. But in general, it's just not worth it for me to attack this guy, because the damage that I do to myself through empathy is just bad. And I should try to avoid incurring that. I just want to keep moving. The Master of Whispers is the main guy with issues going on. So, oh, I've got so much stuff about to go off on me. I wanted to absorb that because I actually have more of a health pool. And hopefully we can keep up enough minions that the death penalty will just wear off more quickly. We do get a lot of experience. 51 experience points is actually a lot of experience. Because these enemies are a little bit above our level, we get more experience from them, and there's only 4 of us, so it's not spread as much. And I believe hard mode gives you plus 50% bonus experience as well from combat. So that helps death penalty wear off more quickly. Excuse me. There should be some Devour pop-ups here. Yes, there are. They like to start with their lightning reflexes, which increases attack rate and blocks for a little bit. It's a stance, so if I had stance removal, I could deal with it, but I don't, so I can't. Okay. Another one over here. Great. This is why I wish I had stance removal on me, because it would make those little bits go a little bit more quickly. But I don't, so have to deal. There should be some more Devours popping up here. Yeah. Endure Pain is one of those skills that's like questionable in how good it is. It just gives you a bunch of temporary bonus health. That can be pretty nasty when it ends. As you can see, it has limited duration. When it ends, it's just like, oh, there goes all of your HP. But on the other hand, it does have the benefit, as it were, of oh yeah, we've got a bunch of guys kind of being obstructed. I'm gonna actually come back here, try to make sure our minions aggro or something. I managed to get the deep wound off on it, so that's relevant. Okay, so we're getting close to the end here. Once we get to this section with the Charr, it looks like this is probably going to be a little bit of a longer episode, but my legitimate desire is to get done with this mission in one episode because we've spent so long here. So again, I'm hoping that speed buffs and stuff will work. And I'll be able to outrun the Charr, hopefully. That's the hope. Oop, that's the wrong weapon entirely. Okay. So that guy's down. I'm going to flag my heroes now. I'm going to flag them over there. I don't think they'll trigger the cutscene, and I think that's about where I'm going to want them with it. Mostly this is to get the minions around, by the way, because I'm not sure if the minions will teleport over there or not. Oh, okay, they do trigger it. We've seen this.
Captain Callan was right.
I'm not sure how long they're gonna last, but hopefully they buy me some additional time. This is the scariest part, honestly.
Back to the wall.
And they bust through the gate here. And they start flooding through. Hi, Charr. So anyway, they're gonna chill there and probably get wrecked. But actually, I'm gonna just flag them right here. The minions are actually in the way, so that's weirdly beneficial. But I want them there to kind of absorb that army for a little bit. I don't know how long they'll last. Okay, Talcora didn't. Yeah, no, they're just going down like instantly. Hopefully they bought me a little bit of time. Cannot stop for Devourers. Oh, don't need to get body blocked by them either. You can see though that these guys are keeping up with me because hard mode enemies run faster, and the problem is I don't have currently on my setup a way to keep 100% uptime on the move speed boost. Right, I have a little less than 50%. So I'm hoping that that's enough and that I've got enough of a head start and that my heroes bought me enough time to be able to get there. But I have no idea. None whatsoever. I'm getting up to here, but you can see we've got some dudes coming up behind me. And again, my speed boost is only up a little under half the time. And they're very fast because of hard mode. This mission is unusually difficult because of that. Fortunately, these veterans here will hopefully absorb the oncoming Charr army. Normally, they're way further behind you, but because of hard mode, they're not. Yeah, okay, so they absorbed them, and I just need to talk to Captain Callan to end the mission. Hooray!
You're back. Well done. What news of the Charr?
They're at the gates.
Sir, we found Bonfaz Burnfur and the Charr army in a valley to the north. but I'm afraid we were spotted. They come for the wall as we speak.
So normally they're still like on the bridge if you're just like running full out normal speed without any move buffs, but because of the like 33% perma speed boost that hard mode enemies get, they're just like here.
There are too many. We'll never hold them back. The wall is lost. We must fall back. Retreat! Retreat!
Wow, that's just a huge mob. You wouldn't want to deal with that.
Bunkers just north of Fort Rannoch. We can't let the Charr make it to the capital.
Which would be Rin, by the way. And here we get the other half of things. Cool. So that was successful, which I'm very happy about. Now we come to Fort Rannoch. This is where we're going to end this episode. So, until next time, everyone. I'm waiting for the text to go away from my face. Take care. Bye-bye.